Why Shaolin monks are mentally unbreakable. In a world constantly shaken by chaos, distraction, and doubt, there exists a rare breed of human beings who move like the wind but stand firm like mountains. They are known not only for their martial mastery, but for their unbreakable mind. Who are they? The Shaolin monks. In this video, we'll uncover the hidden principles that forge their inner steel, the mental training, the philosophical roots, and the daily habits that make their minds unshakable. But more than just understanding them, you will learn how to become like them. Chapter 1. Wu Xin, Discovering the Magic of No Mind. Ever hear people say, "Clear your mind," and wonder how on earth anyone actually does it? Shaolin monks don't just empty their minds. They master a state called Wu Xin, which means no mind. But don't get it twisted. This isn't about zoning out or being passive. This is the Shaolin superpower, the art of not getting tangled up in every thought or feeling that pops up. Imagine your mind as a sky and thoughts as clouds drifting by. The monks don't chase the clouds, nor do they try to swat them away. They just let them float, knowing the sky is always there, steady, open, limitless. That's Wu Xin. It's not about erasing who you are. It's about loosening your grip so you can actually see what you're capable of. When a Shaolin monk steps onto the training floor, they don't bring a grocery list of worries or dreams of glory. They don't even think about winning. They move, breathe, and act purely, instinctively. They merge with emotion, not planning their next step, but living it in real time. It's like surfing a wave. If you overthink, you wipe out. But when you trust yourself, you flow. This idea isn't just some mystical mumbo-jumbo. It's rooted in ancient Buddhist wisdom. The monks embrace anatta, no self, which is just a fancy way of saying that true strength comes from letting go of the story you tell yourself about what you can or can't do. An unbreakable mind isn't hard and rigid. It's flexible, free, and always ready for what comes next. When you stop clutching every emotion or label, you're lighter, sharper, and nothing can really knock you down. So, forget about fighting your thoughts. Try letting them drift through, untouched. That's where the real Shaolin magic happens. The kind of strength that isn't about muscle or force, but about being untouchably calm and clear. Even when the world is a whirlwind, try this. Spend 5 minutes a day observing your thoughts without judgment. The moment you stop chasing thoughts, you begin mastering them. Chapter 2. Discipline is compassion, not punishment. Here's a secret most people miss: what looks like brutal discipline at the Shaolin temple. Pre-dawn wake-up calls, hours of motionless meditation, relentless physical practice isn't some harsh self-torture. It's actually a form of deep kindness, not just toward their bodies, but toward the wild, ever-restless beast we call the mind. See, to the Shaolin monks, discipline isn't about breaking themselves down or proving how tough they are. It's about setting the mind free. Think about it. When you're not ruled by cravings, laziness, or the itch for comfort, you suddenly have a wild amount of space inside you. You get to choose your direction instead of wandering wherever your whims drag you. They flip the script on what most of us imagine. Discipline isn't a prison. It's a gift. It's an act of friendship with yourself. It's taking your future self by the hand and saying, "Let's not let today's temptations steal tomorrow's potential." Every push-up, every icy shower, every minute spent sitting still in silence isn't just physical training. It's a message to your mind. You are in command, you're capable, you're building something bigger than comfort. And this isn't just Shaolin wisdom. Listen to the Buddha. Just as a fletcher straightens an arrow, so the wise make straight the wavering mind. But before you can aim your thoughts with precision, you have to craft the bow, your body, strong and steady. So next time you drag yourself out of bed for a run, or put your phone down to focus, don't think of it as punishment. See it as a radical act of inner care, a way of shaping not just muscle, but character. Shaolin monks don't endure discipline for its own sake. They do it to unlock the freedom and clarity that most people only dream about. That's real compassion. Showing up for yourself again and again until your mind moves like an arrow straight to its target. Practice this. Choose one daily physical discipline: cold showers, walking without distraction, or bodyweight training. Let it serve the mind, not the mirror. Chapter 3. Enduring Silence, Awakening Stillness. Ever notice how we run from silence like it's something to fear? Shaolin monks lean straight into it. They carve hours out of their day just to sit in pure, undiluted quiet, not because they dislike company, but because it's the only way to really hear the whispering voice within, the steady drumbeat beneath all our busy thoughts. See, silence isn't anything. It is more like the blank canvas where all the colors of your mind get a chance to show up. When you drop into real quiet, the inner noise, those stray worries, random to-dos, old arguments start bubbling up. And weirdly, that's the point. By letting it all rise, you start to see the wild weather inside your own head. But if you stick with it, something amazing happens. The storm passes, the water's calm, and a deep, clear stillness sets in. It's not just peace, it's self-knowledge. The Buddha called it noble silence. Not the silence of holding your tongue or avoiding talking, but the kind that lets you see your own mind, plain and honest, like a mountain lake reflecting the sky. In that silent space, you're not running from yourself anymore. You're sitting down face to face with your thoughts, learning their tricks, watching them come and go. And eventually, you meet the real you, not the anxious voice, but the calm presence underneath. So next time the world feels too loud, consider this. Shutting out the noise isn't an escape, it's an adventure inward. The Shaolin way is to treat silence as a wise old friend, sometimes awkward at first, but always ready to show you something true. Make a little room for quiet, let the thoughts tumble out, and watch as, little by little, stillness becomes your new superpower. Daily ritual: take 30 minutes each day to be completely silent. No phone, no conversation, no distraction. Let the noise rise, then pass. Chapter 4. Voluntary discomfort builds mental armor. Ever notice how we spend so much of life chasing comfort, like it's the grand prize, and yet, what really changes us is stepping right into the fire of challenge. The Shaolin monks don't just accept discomfort. They invite it in like an old friend. They're out there meditating under icy waterfalls, pushing themselves past the point where most people would quit, and choosing the hard floor over the soft bed. Sounds kind of wild, right? But there's a secret in this madness. See, the monks know something most of us forget. Every deliberate taste of discomfort is like forging steel in the flames. When you purposely lean into what's hard, whether that's a cold morning run, training until your muscles scream, or sitting with your thoughts when every part of you wants to get up, you're not just building muscle. You're building grit. You're tempering your spirit. There's a word for this kind of unshakable mindset. In Zen, Fudashin. It means the immovable mind. Not the mind that never feels fear or pain, but the mind that doesn't flinch when they come knocking. This isn't about being stubborn or tough for show. It's about learning to stand tall in the middle of life's storms, knowing you've got a deep well of calm inside you that discomfort can't rattle. Think of voluntary discomfort as mental push-ups. Every small challenge you face, taking a cold shower when you'd rather have it warm, fasting for a meal, walking without your favorite playlist blasting, each one lays another brick in the fortress of your mind. Over time, you realize comfort doesn't make you free. It's discomfort that cuts you loose from old fears and lets you move through life with real strength. So next time life hands you an easy out, ask yourself, what would a Shaolin monk choose? Then, just for today, choose the slightly harder path. Not to punish yourself, but to see how resilient you can become. That's how you forge an immovable mind, one deliberate challenge at a time. Challenge. Take cold showers. Skip a meal once a week. Walk without headphones. Each discomfort you face is a stone in the wall of your inner fortress. Chapter 5. Devotion to a higher purpose. What actually keeps a Shaolin monk grinding day after day, rising before dawn, pouring sweat into the same punches, the same stances, the same meditations, when no one's there to cheer them on? It's not just about willpower or white-knuckle discipline. The secret sauce is devotion, full-on, heart-in-the-fire commitment to something way bigger than themselves. See, monks aren't out here chasing applause or putting themselves through the ringer just to brag about how tough they are. Their fuel is deeper. It's about honoring the ancient traditions, searching for the truth beneath the surface, and chasing after a peace that doesn't vanish with the next distraction. Think about the Buddha for a second. He didn't stroll away from his golden palace and left comfort behind out of boredom. He walked out that door because he wanted to end suffering, not just for himself, but for everyone. That's a reason bigger than any pain he faced on the road. When your why has roots deeper than your own wants, when you're committed to something that lights you up from the inside, every struggle you face gets transformed. Pain isn't just something to grit your teeth through. It's the fuel that fires your progress. Every setback is a chance to remember what you're really doing this for. And when you get knocked down, your purpose is what helps you get back up, dust yourself off, and get after it all over again. So, dig down. What's your bigger reason? The thing that would make you keep going when everyone else calls it quits. Find that and watch the impossible start to feel possible. Ask yourself, what are you really living for? If your answer is unclear, your strength will falter when life gets hard. Chapter 6. Total presence in every action. Forget multitasking. A Shaolin monk brings full-on, undivided attention to whatever's right in front of them, no matter how small or ordinary it might seem. Mopping the floor? That's no chore. That's training your awareness. Tying your shoes? It's a mini meditation. For a monk, every single action is a chance to show up, mind and body united, heart right there in the moment. This isn't just about sitting cross-legged with your eyes closed. Right mindfulness, something the Buddha taught, is living so awake that even the simple stuff feels electric. When you chop vegetables, you're not thinking about what dessert or tomorrow's to-do list. You're just here, feeling the weight of the knife, listening to the crunch, soaking in the colors and the smells. That's where real power comes from. Absolutely showing up for your life, one heartbeat, one breath at a time. Try this. Next time you're brushing your teeth, just brush your teeth. Feel the bristles, taste the toothpaste, hear the water running. Don't rush, don't drift. Just be there completely. The more you practice this, the more you realize being fully present isn't just part of the journey. It is the journey. And every ordinary moment, it's a chance to become extraordinary. Try this today. Choose one task, eating, walking, or cleaning, and do it with complete focus. Feel everything. Hear everything. Be there. Totally. This is how the present becomes your power. Chapter 7. Solitude and Brotherhood, the dual practice. Imagine a Shaolin monk, walking alone at dawn, the world still. The only soundtrack his own breath and the soft crunch of his steps. That's solitude, raw and honest. It's in these quiet spaces, away from all the noise, that he faces his own thoughts without filters or distractions. This isn't loneliness. It's self-confrontation, a rare chance to meet your own mind, head on, and see what you're really made of. But here's the twist. The journey doesn't end in that solo silence. Monks don't just disappear into caves forever. They return, seeking the collective fire of their Sangha, that tight-knit group of fellow seekers who call out your blind spots and cheer for your progress. Alone, you can dive deep, but together, you climb higher. One moment you're sitting in stillness, the next you're sparring, laughing, learning, and growing side by side with those who keep you accountable. You need both. Solitude is like a forge, heating and shaping you in private. Brotherhood is the anvil, strengthening you with every shared challenge and every hard truth. One without the other leaves you incomplete. The mind sharpens in silence, the spirit lifts in company. This is the secret recipe for resilience. Go inward to discover who you are. Then step into the circle and let others help you become who you're meant to be. For you to practice, schedule time weekly for solitude, and surround yourself with 1 to 3 people who keep you honest, focused, and growing. Both solitude and sangha make the monk. Unbreakable. Final thoughts. Your journey starts now. You know, everyone's out there searching for easy fixes, some secret mental trick to make life smoother. But the Shaolin way doesn't sell quick wins. It's about real, gritty change, one breath and one moment at a time. Building that kind of mental resilience? It's like crafting a blade, slow, steady, relentless. This isn't about flipping a switch. It's about showing up for yourself, over and over, even when no one's watching. The strongest mind doesn't pop out of nowhere. It's sculpted in the quiet, sometimes uncomfortable spaces where you face your fears and push your limits. It's those moments when you sit with your doubts, breathe through the resistance, and choose not to run. What's wild is that the monk's goal isn't some flawless version of themselves. Nope, they're after real self-mastery, the kind where you can laugh at your mistakes, get back up after setbacks, and keep your heart open no matter how rough things get. Mastery is a journey, not a finish line. And here's the coolest part. In that ongoing journey, something remarkable happens. You become steady as a mountain, calm on the inside, unshakable on the outside, no matter what storms roll through your life. That's the kind of strength the world needs. So get ready to walk your own path, one step, one breath, one present moment at a time. The mountain isn't going anywhere, and neither are you. Now it's your turn. Start with the next breath and walk the path. This is Monk Mode Motivation. Welcome home. If you like this video and want to support this channel, please hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notifications. Also, like and share this video with people who you think could use some Monk Mode motivation. Until next time, walk in peace.